Okay, so Evil Dead game came out. I've been playing it, and I got some feedback. Also, and I'd also love to see what you guys think about my feedback as well. So, if anyone has anything, any ideas or things that they agree or disagree on, I'd love to hear it. First of all, demon suggestions, right? First suggestion: when a survivor is killed during the final phase in which the demon needs to destroy the book, add 30 seconds to the timer. Basically, the part where you banish the dark ones or whatever, and now it's just the book, and the demon has to destroy the book or down all four of you, or actually kill because there's not really a down. You just die instantly. Uh, but basically, at that point, right? The problem is the amount of time you spend, trying to down or kill a survivor. Um, when you like kill like two of them or three of them, the last one or two of them just kind of like run away, or you just don't have enough time to kill them, you know. So, and then if they run away, you don't have enough time to destroy the book either. So it's just like it just kind of sucks because um, you know, you don't have enough time. So adding 30 seconds to the timer per kill, it'd be a little bit of a nice buff to help out demon to reward them for their kill. That's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. Next suggestion: when the dagger and the pages of the book are collected, do not revive survivors. Um, there's like you know reasons, but the main reason, and as you can see, there's I kind of put down two reasons on the list, but the main reason I'm just going to go over that one um, is splitting up in groups of two on both the dagger and the book. Basically, they get one objective for free. You can't defend both, right? And you would think, well, I'm just gonna down their team, and then they're gonna have to waste time reviving them, right? No, because when they complete the other objective you couldn't defend, well, then they just get revived. The entire team just gets revived instantly, map wide. Yeah, it's kind of busted. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. It makes it so it's kind of the optimal strat. Like that's what's going to be the meta, I feel like, and I'm kind of worried about that because I currently don't really know how to play against that. It seems quite strong, frankly. Suggestion number three: when they complete the pages of the dagger, and the demon is banished, they should be teleported within 50 to 100 meters of the next objective. Example: they collect the dagger. You're instantly teleport when you're banished. You teleport to the pages of the book, and then when they collect the pages of the book, and you're banished, you're teleported to the dark ones. Simple as that. So you're because basically what happened one time was the pages and the dagger were right next to each other, and that's another bullet point you'll see on this list. Um, I'll get to that later. But basically, the dagger and the pages were right next to each other, and when I got banished, and I had to go back over there because they were next to each other. The pages that I had to get to were 600 meters, 500 meters away, and by the time I got there, it was like a third of the way done, which kind of sucked. So that's pretty straightforward as well. Fourth, yeah, fourth suggestion: reduce the stun duration of possessed units when the balance bar is depleted. Basically, plain and simple as it sounds, the stun duration right now is ridiculously long to the point where you might as well just die when the balance bar is depleted. Like, it's kind of ridiculous how much you're stunned for. So reduce the stun duration by a little bit. Like heck, even like a 2 or 3 second stun, that's a lot of time for them to like just blast you with damage. So, and I think it's like around. It feels like it's 5 seconds right now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what it feels like. And then the final main suggestion. The rest are kind of more optional ones that I thought of, but we'll get to that. So the final suggestion here is make it harder to force the demon out of a possessed car because currently it only takes like a few shots. There was one time I got forced out of a possessed car with maximum infernal energy from a single melee weapon swing. I was like, huh? And guess what? When you're forced out of the car, you lose all of your energy, every ounce of it. I possessed that car with max energy. They smacked it once. I lost everything. What? Yeah, that obviously needs to be. I don't know if that's like a bug or something, but yeah, that needs to be looked at because that's kind of stupid. Anyways, so next changes are more optional. Ones that I was like I thought about, but I was like, I don't know. I could do with or without them, you know. First of all, increased resistance from severing of limbs on possessed units. So this is probably mostly because I've been playing Necro a lot, and apparently he's more vulnerable to severing damage. So, and I just want to like have that satisfying moment where like you get like someone low on health, they try to run away, and then you just yeet a freaking trident at them, like that'd be pretty cool, but of course I can't because my right arm is cut off most of the time, you know. Uh, apparently this is mostly an issue with Necro, so maybe that's just me because I've been playing Necro a lot. Um, anyways, the next change allow units with the dodge ability to be able to store two uses of the dodge, two charges, whatever you want to call it. Just so it matches with Survivor, being able to dodge twice before they run out of stamina. Same thing with like, you know, demons with that, have that ability. Just so it like lines up with Survivor. And then the final change is a little bit more complicated. So, um, when you're placing on a trap, essentially allow the demon player to move but continue to hold down the button, and that trap will be placed. So essentially, you could be zooming by, and then as you pass the trap, you press and hold E without stopping, and you just keep going, and then that trap gets placed like a few seconds later after you've been holding down the button. Basically, it allows you to be more time efficient. It allows you to place the trap, move on to the next one, place the trap, move on to the next area. But like you essentially are allowed to move around a lot more actively while also placing traps. And that's I could live with or without it, but I don't know, that's just a slight maybe quality of life change to kind of be more time efficient, be more, um, you know, be moving around more. So that's pretty much it for Demon. Anyways, now we're on Survivor suggestions. As you can see, I'll put it on screen right now. Uh, First of all, this one is from experience. I'm sure a lot of you have experienced this. Open crates are highlighted through walls within a large range, as well as being automatically marked when opened. I'm sure all y'all have had that teammate that doesn't mark their crates. Yeah, it's really fucking annoying. Anyway, don't be that person until they make this change, please. Please mark your crates so that I can get upgrade points, because when you open them and you don't mark them, I no longer get the audio cue that there is a crate nearby. So it actually makes it harder for me to locate the crate when you open them unmarked. So yeah, basically mark your crates. Yeah, that's essentially the whole point of this. Is this would be nice, a nice quality of life change, in case people don't mark their crates. They'll just be marked anyway, and then they'll be shown through walls as well when they're opened. Anyways, next suggestion. Audio of deadites should be very noticeable, like footsteps, for example. So I have noticed, I don't know about anyone else, that sometimes you're like just running along and you just get smacked by some fucker who made no noise. He was dead silent, and you're like, why are you quiet? Why are you not making noise? Hello? Like, I don't know if that's a bug or like what, but like it's very like it's slightly annoying. So it would be a nice quality of life change if that were fixed, you know. Uh so next suggestion, being able to hold the pickup button to auto pick up all ammo types as you run by. I'm sure you guys have, tried to be that teammate that collects any ammo they come by and not just the ammo they need so that you can drop it for your teammates later when, like when they need it. But at the same time, it's super tedious because you have to like hold E on every single thing. And then there's like a little animation you have to go like, can I just like whenever I'm auto running, like whenever I'm running by and auto picking up the ammo type I need, can I just have like a way to do that for all ammo types essentially? And that's what this idea is employing basically. It's like again another quality of life change. That's what this whole thing is kind of focused on is like quality of life and a little bit of gameplay. Um, but anyway, next suggestion: remove animation canceling. Oh boy. Okay. So this one I didn't want to really I really didn't want to talk about, but it needs to be brought up. So currently, if you don't know what animation canceling is, it's in a lot of games, not just Evil Dead. But basically what it is when you do an attack, when that so in most games an attack will have the build up, or in animation terms, the anticipation, if you're an animator, um, the actual impact, and then it'll have the end lag, or in animation terms, again, follow through. Basically, what animation canceling does is you input some other button press that does something that cancels the animation right as the impact part happens, so that you don't go through the end of the animation where you swing past that point. So what that does is in Evil Dead, what you do is you swing, and then when it hits, you aim your weapon and swing again, aim your weapon, swing again. And this allows you to attack way faster with heavy weapons that are normally supposed to have slow attack speed. Like, if you do it correctly, you're able to get way, way faster attack speed than intended. And that's the thing. I don't think it's intended. It is quite strong with heavy weapons and allows you to get a pretty high DPS. So yeah, that should definitely be looked at. Yeah. Next up are my general suggestions. This one's very short. There's really only two. Um, So I'll put these on screen right now, but basically it's just make cars a bit heavier and then have a minimum, possibly a maximum spawn distance for the pages of the book and the dagger, as well as possibly the map pieces, because sometimes they spawn a bit too close to each other. So, yeah, like sometimes they're like right next to each other. I'm like, what? That is really dumb. So and then the other thing, make cars heavier. Cars are kind of bouncy. They kind of flip over a bit too easily, I think. Uh, so yeah, that's pretty much it. However, I do have one last set of suggestions that are separate from this list, and that is because I created mock-ups for them. So I will put those on the screen right now. So, first of all, you're seeing this glowing skeleton. Essentially, the idea is the idea behind this is when you're possessing a unit, especially when there's a lot of enemies around, sometimes it's very, very hard to tell which unit you are specifically like about to possess. And then when you possess it, you're like, oh shit, this wasn't the unit I wanted to possess. So having this like kind of glow around the unit you want to possess, um, the idea is to make it more clear which unit you are possessing. I was thinking about doing red, and I actually did do red at first, but then I was thinking, well, when you put down the flute player, and the warlord when you're buffing your units, right? They have like that kind of red, like they have like a bunch of red effects going on around them. So So I would say the yellow would contrast the most. Also, survivors when they're at max or when they're at high fear level, they're also like glowing red and stuff. So it would just make it a little bit more. So yellow would have more of a contrast with the other elements that are in the game, basically. Next up on the screen is from the survivor point of view. Now, they incorporated these colors for Survivor, like the names are colored. But currently, the only thing that this utilizes is the ping system. That's it. There's an outline around every single survivor, but it's not colored. Like, why wouldn't that be colored? Like, so yeah, I was thinking that should be colored so you can kind of more distinctly tell who's who. Because, like, for example, if you got 3 ashes on your team, that gets a little harder to tell who's who now, doesn't it? uh, they all got like a blue shirt on or something, and it's just like, oh wait, wrong ash. This isn't the ash that's low on health. I meant to give that cola to the ash that was low on health. Whoops, you know. So I think like having more distinct, uh, more distinction on who's who by like using these colored outlines would be a really good quality of life change. And then I'm gonna zoom in on the mini map because I don't know if you can tell, uh, but there's also a slight outline around the survivors on the mini map as well. Their icons, right? So you can tell like which color they are. So yeah, essentially the idea is just to make it like more clear, like which player is which player, and that's pretty much it for my suggestions on the game. Let me know what you guys think about these suggestions. I put a lot of like thought into them and been playing for a while, and these are the suggestions and feedback that I've come up with. Um, I don't really have much to say in terms of balance. A lot of people are still learning the game, so it's really hard to say on that. But the game feels really good. And that's all I really have to say about it. So, if you guys have the game, I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you guys like my suggestions, and hope you guys have a good one. See ya.